Hello everyone, I'm Sleepy and we are taking part in another draft league. And this draft league is the 8-Bit Drafts Season 5 LC, and we are in the Kanto League. There are two divisions, the Johto Division and the Kanto Division. And we are in the Kanto Division. This is Little Cup, and for those who don't know what Little Cup is, it's basically baby Pokemon. Like Pokemon, they all have to be level 5. They all have to be like the base evolution. For example, like Charmander, Snivy, Bulbasaur, Pawniard, Swirl, Cutiefly, all those Pokemon. And yeah, we were taking a part in the 8-Bits Draft Season 5, and we actually took part in Season 3. I think I made it to playoffs, but didn't win. Didn't even get in the top 4, but it's all good. I made it to playoffs. That's all that counts. And we're coming back. Yeah, I didn't upload this draft league to YouTube just because I don't remember. I think I was really busy at that time with prepping for SAT. And yeah, but we are this draft league. We're gonna be recording the battles, uploading them, and here's just a breakdown of the team, which I got. Yeah. So, first mon I picked up. Without further ado, yeah, let's jump right into it. First mon, I was out of 8 coaches. I was 5th overall. So I was right in the middle there, And so I decided to go with in the Seattle Marine. Oh, I should put my logo here somewhere. Oh well, I'll do it later. Anyway, our first pick is Misdreavus. So this is how the draft league works. We get guaranteed 1 tier 1, 1 tier 2, 2 tier 3s, 2 tier 4s, and a tier 5. Then we have 400 points to spend on the other picks. Yeah, but there's a tier above tier 1 called tier 0, and we weren't guaranteed it. So if you wanted it, we had to use our free points for it. And tier 1 costs 180, tier 2 costs 120, tier 3 costs 100, tier 4 costs 60, and tier 5 costs 40. Do you know what tier 0 costs? And this is a part of tier 0. 240 points. So out of my 400 free points, I had to spend 240 to get Misdreavus. But let me tell you something. Misdreavus is a good mon. It's a very good mon. I think it's a part of LC Ubers. Tier 0 is where all the broken stuff was. Like the very broken Pokemon, or Yama with Speed Boost was there. Swirlix with Calm Mind, Conguard. I actually got swept in my first week of the season 3, I think. Yeah, season 3 of the 8-Bit Draft Leagues. I got swept, 6-0'd, completely bodied by one. I'll leave and actually the guy who 6-0'd me is in the draft, but he's in the other division though. He's in Johto division, so I don't have to. Yeah, I'll leave the replay to that in the description, just because that's probably the biggest oof moment in my draft league career, getting 6-0'd by a Swirlix. Swirlix, that's what it is. Swirlix, yeah. Anyway, Misdreavus, it's really good. I mean, it is prone to knockoff. Knockoff super effective against it, which is kind of unfortunate. But bruh, this thing it's what's its base speed? 15 base speed, which is a lot in Little Cup, which is a juicy amount of speed. It's bulky with the Eviolite. It can be very bulky. It can be fast. It can be offensive if you want it to be. This thing is the whole package, and it's yeah. It's coverage is decent. It gets Shadow Ball. It gets Dazzling Gleam, I think. What else? Psychic. Does it get Thunderbolt? I don't know. And it gets some status also. Oh, of course, Ghost type. It's got status. If it's a Ghost type, it's got utility. That's all you gotta know. Anyway, next pick. This was my tier 0 pick, so it cost me quite a few points. But then I decided to dip right into tier 2. Grab a mon I really wanted to use. I actually really considered sniping this up first round, just because I really wanted to use it. But I was no, I'm gonna pick up Misdreavus just because that's a mon I want to use as well. But it was just sitting right there. But it did cost some points. But anyway, we got Alolan. Wait, is my hold on? Wait, let me. Okay, there we should be good. All right, Alolan Grimer. What can I say about this thing? It gets knockoff, unlike Cantonian Grimer. Cantonian Grimer doesn't get knockoff, yeah. Wait, what was I going with this? Yeah, unlike Cantonian Grimer. This guy gets knockoff. And I was going to say I actually had Cantonian Grimer in the last season, because that's why I know it doesn't get knockoff. I was very disappointed to know it didn't get knockoff. But this guy gets knockoff. And Poison Dark, it's an amazing typing, and these two pair well together. This guy's only weakness is ground. This guy's ability is levitate. So, yeah. Mischievous has levitate, so it can dodge those ground type hits that a Alolan Grimer doesn't want to take. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This thing gets knockoff. It gets a lot of physical coverage. It has good ability, poison point. What else? It can absorb T-spikes. You already know this thing's good. This thing's very epic. It can be bulky. It's physically offensive. Like, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. These two pair very well together. Very well together. Next pick. Where are you? Alright, now we gotta come back to Gen 1. We got Ponyta, which is absolutely amazing in Draft League. And like while I was actually thinking about this pick, like I was originally gonna go with Snivy and like pick up Growlithe or something, but then I remembered, physical fire types are really good in draft because like they can't get burned. Like, they're physical, and it hit, like, I just remembered, Ponyta hits like a truck. It's offensive, like, and this thing can't get burned. No Will-O-Wisp in me, boys. No Scald Burn in me, boys. But, like, and I also have to be worried about Scorching Sands, but I can't get burned. Very epic. It's a physically offensive tank, and, yeah, a little bit of a ground weakness going here, but we'll get to that later, when I have to cover it. But, yeah, it gets, what's it get? It gets Flare Blitz hits hard, Wild Charge. What else does it get? I'm blanking on what this thing can get. Gets Stomping Tantrum. I forgot this thing's move pool, but it's good. It's good. It's got some coverage, and it can be run specially too. I could run it special if I want to, or physical, but preferably physical. And with an Eviolite is the most commonly used item I think in LC. Can eat up hits, do damage. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Ponyta is like extremely good. This is a tier 1, so yeah. All right, next pick. Do I remember what I picked up for my next pick? Oh yeah, I do. We got Cottony. We got the grass and fairy type Cottony. This thing, Prankster. This thing doesn't get T-Wave, I don't think. I think it gets Stun Spore. Like, this thing's got a lot of utility. This thing's a utility mon. Now, I was considering, like, about not drafting it because I'm not very experienced with utility mons, like mons that are, like Prankster, for example. But, like, I need to get experience. Like, that's one thing I need to work on, like, my utility. Like, drafting mons that I can use more utility on them. And this man, Cottony's the guy. Cottony. Yeah. It's a fairy type to repel dragons and all that. It's a grass type. It helps with our little ground weakness going there. So yeah, very epic utility. Prankster's an amazing ability. It's also got Chlorophyll. What else it has? It has Infiltrator as well, which is something I could take advantage of. But yeah, more than likely Prankster though. Prankster's a very epic ability. It's got a lot of utility with it. It's got some coverage, basic coverage, but Prankster is what we're going for this thing. All right, next pick. Is this the next pick? Yes, it is. We got Hippopotas, the ground type, to eat up those electric type hits, even though our team's not really weak to any electric types, but it's there. It has Sandstream. Yeah, Sandstream is a ground type. You can eat up physical hits. Let me take a sip of my lemonade. Nice. It's bulky. It gets Stealth Rocks. Is there any more to say? This bulky Stealth Rock is a ground type, which is good. Sand's, like, I think it was one of the downfalls of my draft. I don't really have anything that can abuse sand, so that's why I think that's one of the drawbacks of my draft, pretty much. I only have one thing that like can pair well with sand. That doesn't even go well with that mon. So I'll get to that later. But yeah, Hippopotas. Don't really have anything else to say about that. Bulky, rocks, ground type, physical attacker. I think that's it. Who do I have next? Okay, we got the boy. We're going back to Gen 1. Voltorb. Voltorb. This man, Voltorb, it's fast. It hits decently hard. I forgot this thing's stats, but it's fast. It's an electric type. that's pretty much it. His coverage sucks. This thing's tier 4 also. This is Mischievous is tier 0, Grimer is tier 2, tier 1 is Ponyta, and then Cottony is tier 3? Yeah, tier 3. Then Hippopotas is tier 3, and then I dipped right into tier 4. Because that's how it worked with my tier 0. I got a tier 0, 2 tier 4s, and then a tier 5. So basically in total I have 4 tier 4s. And Voltorb's one of them. You know, Voltorb, like, it's got Volt Switch, can Volt Switch out. It's got Thunderbolt, it can hit a little bit harder if I wanted to. What else does it get? Like, what other coverage? I have to look. It gets screens if I want to run them. Like, screens, Light Clay could be a potential option. I have no idea. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. It's fast, it's an electric type. That's pretty much it. Alright, who do I got next? Oh, yes. We're going back to Gen 1 again. The theme of this draft is Gen 1. No, it's not really. Where is it? Oh, here you are. We got Coffin. We're running with the double poison type. And if you're wondering, hey, why are you running double poison? It's because Alolan Grimer and Coughing, they synergize pretty well. You see, Grimer's only weakness is ground, right? And Coughing has the ability Levitate. So you see what I'm getting there? And Coughing's only weakness is Psychic. Because, like, it doesn't have a ground weakness because of Levitate. And Grimer is a dark type. See where that's going? And it heavily repels fairy types. Doesn't mean my opponents won't bring them. Like, they could bring their fairy type and I'll still have these two and I'll still be prepared. But yeah, it repels fairy types. I mean, this man, Grimer still is neutral to fairy type attacks, but Coughing is not. It's very physically bulky. What's it get? It gets decent coverage, I think. I don't remember this thing's coverage. Gets neutralizing. Also gets neutralizing gas, which could come in clutch. I'm not sure. Maybe it will, maybe or not. I think Levitate's the way to go on this thing, though. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Very, very epic boy Coffin is on the squad because very epic synergy. Very epic. Who else? Who is next on the squad? Where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, here are you. Here you are. We got Pineco. We're rocking some Gen 2 mons. You see, Pineco's mostly known for, it's got Sturdy. It's got Berry Juice. Berry Juice is a really common item because, like, once you get under half, I think, it brings you automatically back all the way up to full health. When you're level 5, it restores 20 HP, and that's a lot in Little Cup. So, yeah, Pineco. It gets Hazard Stack. It gets Stealth Rocks. It gets Spikes. It gets Toxic Spikes, I think. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, and I can get Hazards up for free, pretty much, with this thing. And it also gets its move pool. It's got a physical move pool. It can eat up ground type attacks. And yeah, it can explode if I want to. I could Fortress it and just blow up. It gets physical moves. I think it gets Rock Slide. What else it gets? I don't know. I honestly don't know. This thing's a Hazard boy, but I don't have to run Hazards on it. I could just Choice Band Explosion, or no, not Choice Band. Life Orb, yeah. Life Orb Explosion. Who else we got? Yeah, and also a funny story about this pick. So once I picked up Pineco, the guy who was drafting next, I think he had around 6, so it was going back down, so I was 5th, and then the guy who was 6th said, oh man, I got sniped, I was going to pick up Pineco, and then he was like saying it, but then his next pick was Krabby, and then like, he just sniped me right back. I was really debating between this guy, Pineco, and Krabby, and then so I decided to go with Pineco because I had a feeling like, oh, this guy also gets Rapid Spin. It's also a Rapid Spinner. No, I forgot to mention, Cottony is also a Defogger, so very cool, very good hazard removal, or I don't know, it's hazard removal at that, and yeah, and so like I was deciding between what do I think would, or what should I prioritize more? Then I was like Pineco, because if Krabby gets sniped, I'll have a backup. I have a backup for it, and it got picked the next turn, bruh, and I got sniped the very next turn, bruh moment right there. Okay, next up, our next pick. Solosis. Solosis hits like a truck on the special side. It's got Psychic. It's slow. It's slow. That's all I gotta say about that. It's slow. But it hits like a truck on the special side. It has Stab Psychic, and fighting types are very prevalent in LC. But like, I'm looking at my squad right now, we don't have one fighting weakness. We don't got one fighting weakness at all. So yeah, and fighting, like, there's mons like Mienfu who are actually going against a week 1. Yeah. So its fighting stab won't have anything super effective. Or maybe. We haven't gotten to the next 2 picks. So far, so far. It's got Regenerator, which is a nice ability. It's got, what else? It has all our Reuniclus's abilities. It's got Overcoat, so it could work well. It could, like, also, I forgot to mention Pinekill also has Overcoat, so these 2 could work well with Sandstorm, but that's pretty much it, and that's not really, like, reliable. Like, these 2 mons, Pinekill and Solosis, they have better options. But I mean, like, Sandstream, Overcoat, and Overcoat, Pinekill and Solosis? I don't know. I actually just thought about that. Like, I didn't even, like, realize that for Solosis until now. I completely forgot he got Overcoat. What else does it have? It has one more ability. I forgot. It had another good one. Actually, wait, I'm gonna... What was his other ability? I forgot. It doesn't matter. We'll go over it later. That's annoying me. What is it? Hold on. Magic Guard. It's Magic Guard. So that's another great ability. So we can only be damaged by, like, by attack. So, like, for example, Toxic, nope. Will-O-Wisp, nope. If I get T-Spiked on, nope. If Stealth Rocks, Hazards, no. This thing's not getting damaged. This thing ain't getting damaged. Only by if it actually gets hit. So it has 3 great abilities. Hits like a truck on the special side. And its drawback is it's slow. It's slow. So we got all our tier 4 mons. So as you can see, we got all 4 of our tier 4 Pokemon. How long have we been recording for? 17 minutes. Oh my goodness, this is a long team builder. We only got 2 more to go. 2 more to go. So then I'm looking and I was like, we don't have this type yet, and we could use another Rapid Spinner. So then I got Tyrogue. This guy has Rapid Spin. It's a fighting type, which we don't have to deal with, like, normal and, like, what else does it get? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's got, its coverage sucks, its stats suck, but it's a Rapid Spinner. It's a Rapid Spinner. And, yeah, and we don't have a fighting type, so we got a fighting type. It's pretty epic. Pretty epic. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And our last pick. Our backup for Krabby. I'm surprised this thing didn't go undrafted. It was like, I think in the APA Little Cup League Season 3 or 4, I forgot. This thing was like tier 3. Or tier 2 even. I don't remember exactly, but what I'm talking, and this thing was tier 5 in this draft league. But what I'm talking about is Mantike. This thing's special defense is juicy. It's the juiciest special defense I've ever seen in Little Cup. It's got Swift Swim as an ability, which probably won't use. I got Sand for crying out loud. What else does it have as an ability? It's a flying type, so we can dodge additional ground hits. I was thinking about getting a Steel type as well, but then we would have 4 ground weaknesses, and I was thinking of getting something that can pair well with him, with Hippopotas. But then, like, I would have to redo this stuff in my draft, and I was like, this is too much of a hassle. So, yeah, I'm happy with the squad. I'm happy to roll out with the squad. And Mantike, yeah, it's also a water type, completing our Fire, Water, Grass core. And as you can see, we don't have a Steel type or a Dragon type. But Dragon isn't really, like that, how do I say? What's the word I'm looking for? Good. Well, I mean, it's like, there's certainly good mons that are Dragon types, but, like, they're not really the stars of the LC, the Little Cup scene. But yeah, Mantike can also fire off Scalds if it wants to. It has Air Slash. I think does it have Roost? No, I don't think it has Roost. Does it give Recovery even? I have to look at this thing's moveset more. But yeah, that's pretty much the squad. If you see any weaknesses, glaring flaws about it, if you want to take a look, you can comment down below. Season 1, or Week 1, I don't know when it's going up, but we're facing a terrifying team. I think I played them in Season 3 of the Johto League, the Johto division. I'm in the Kanto division, though. But this guy, has Mienfoo on his team. And he also has, like, Elekid, which is terrifying in Little Cup, and Magby, which can Belly Drum. There's a little sneak peek of his 3 mons that he has. Quite a terrifying team, if I I think he has the most terrifying team, or one of the most terrifying teams, in my opinion, IMO. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed, smash like, smash subscribe if you want, of course. And yeah, I'm excited to take part in this Little Cup League. And with that all said, peace out!